I'm Jeanette Castaneda-Carbajal, and I'm going to be presenting my theory map. My theory map is focused on the social issue of mass incarceration in the state of California. Mass incarceration is a social issue in California because 4,100 youth are incarcerated, 78,000 adults are incarcerated in local jails, 101,000 adults are incarcerated in state prisons, and 12,000 adults are incarcerated in federal prisons throughout the state of California. Moreover, ethnic minority individuals are overrepresented in California jails and prisons. The first theory that I will focus on is on critical race theory. Critical race theory is a theoretical framework that encourages an issue or inquiry to be positioned in social, historical, and political context while considering issues of racism, oppression, power, and privilege. The theoretical framework emerged as an effort to reveal the forms in which racism continues to impact ethnic minorities, individuals living in the United States of America. The main contributor of the critical race theory is Derek Bell. The critical race theory originated from the 1960s civil rights movements. The critical race theory is developed from various disciplines, including history, political law and science, social and political philosophy, sociology, anthropology, cultural and ethnic studies, gender studies, post-colonial and feminist studies, and economics. Additionally, the critical race theory emerges from the dominant discourses of academics and legal frameworks. The critical race theory embodies an interpretism epistemology approach because it focuses on qualitative methods and approaches. The critical race theory aims to dismantle and eliminate oppressive systemic forces and structures. The framework illuminates the significance and the dignity and worth of humans by including populations that have been systemically excluded, oppressed, and silenced in the U.S. In addition, the critical race theory supports social justice aims and focuses on institutional racism in the U.S. Additionally, the critical race theory can be effective in addressing mass incarceration in California because it can serve as an instrumental tool for research studies that explore and study historically marginalized and disenfranchised populations that are impacted by mass incarceration. Moreover, research studies that apply the critical race theory framework can provide specific recommendations and steps for political action towards the issue of mass incarceration. Further, the critical race theory is a framework that aims to empower disenfranchised perspectives and voices that have been historically marginalized. Thus, the critical race theory is effective in addressing mass incarceration in California because its interdisciplinary foundation makes the theoretical framework suitable for complex social issues and inquiries. Furthermore, the critical race theory can address mass incarceration because the theory applies a holistic perspective and approach to the issue and its potential solution. The second theory that I selected was the Latino, Latina, Latinx critical race theory, also known as LatCrit. LatCrit was developed in 1995 by Latino and Latina scholars at a colloquium that focused on how Latina scholars relate to critical race theory. The theoretical framework is influenced by the 1960s and 1970s civil rights movements, such as the Chicano-Chicana movement, the United Farm Workers movement, and the Comeback for Chicano-Chicana Liberation. LatCrit originates from a scholarly movement that sought to respond to the enduring invisibility and extensive historical presence of Latinos, Latinas, Latinxes in the United States of America. LatCrit is based on critical race theory principles and expands the critical race theory framework by including factors specific to the Latino, Latina, Latinx experience. Additionally, the LatCrit theory examines Latinos, Latinas, Latinx's experiences with citizenship and immigration status and language. Moreover, the theory concentrates on the positions that Latinos, Latinas, and Latinxes possess within multiple systems of inequality based on their intersectional identities such as gender, sexual orientation, social class, ethnicity, race, age, and migration status. Thus, the theory includes components of the queer theory and post-colonial theory and is built upon critical queer approaches and feminist legal theories that challenge patriarchal and heterosexual family dynamic systems and approaches. Similar to the critical race theory, Lat-Crit embodies the interpretivism epistemology approach because it focuses on qualitative methods and approaches. Moreover, Lat-Crit theory recognizes the significance of gender, sexuality, ethnicity, culture, language, race, skin complexion, class, accent, citizenship, and immigration status. The theory demonstrates how racial discrimination impacts Latino, Latina, Latinx populations and how they resist, navigate, and understand their circumstances under U.S. society's injustices. Moreover, the theory is used in social work practice through the qualitative research approaches, which can obtain knowledge regarding Latino, Latina, Latinx populations through testimonials and storytelling to challenge white privilege and supremacy. Further, the Lat-Crit theory can serve as a framework and tool to address the issue of mass incarceration because it can liberate, empower, and heal the voices of incarcerated Latino, Latina, Latinx populations and communities impacted by mass incarceration in California. Furthermore, the Lat-Crit theoretical framework can inform public policies and policy reforms and solve complex issues in challenging environments requiring urgent political calls for action, such as mass incarceration. These two theories interconnect and support the social issue of mass incarceration. Thank you for reviewing my theory map.